in Chafford, episode 83. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'll be gutted if I am. I'm
You're
pretty
right.
sure I'm right.
Actually,
I'm
hang
right.
on
I'm
a
right.
minute. Z?
Hang on. Hang on.
VAR.
Could
Hang
be
on.
could be 82.
VAR. You are incorrect. This
Damn.
is episode
Oh,
80. Wait, hang on a minute.
huh?
Got too big for my boots there.
It's 82.
Oh, damn it.
Oh.
But you know what? Either way, it's a celebration, cause you know what, boys, get your sneakers on, cause we outside whole summer. Next episode will be us man in the flesh. So yeah, all of that, I'm excited.
Long
Now
time
switch
coming,
up.
man.
That's a fact.
Had enough of
That's
these
a fact.
Zoom calls.
Still been bringing you the same fire, the same entertainment, but now we're just gonna do it in person. So I know the people them already have to be.
Yes, sir.
All right. So boys, introduce yourself.
Sanusi, Big 2 on the building. Sunday afternoon, we're here. We there.
Happy Sunday, people. I hope the Lord is there,
Mm.
with you guys, just in your presence, it's the usual attendee on Sunday, Eman G45.
Love that.
Today we're podding. This is after
Today it has to be done. Has to be done. And I'm two dems. We're gonna get straight into it. So there's a few good topics that when we put them together today, I was like, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about. And I'm just gonna jump straight into it. I think everyone had this conversation on their lips. Russ and his 30K 24 albums.
Right.
Well, if we do the quick maths, that's almost a K an album. I don't know who his lawyer is or who's in his team, but whoever read that contract is just he's on a first class ticket to hell.
I was even thinking, because he thought this as well. 30K for 24 songs, all exclusively have to be dropped on press play. Even that is tricky because I don't think Russ is capable of making 24 songs. But like, how's that happened? Read the thing.
Man didn't read the terms and conditions, boy.
Not at all.
Does he even have 24 songs made in general that are out?
I don't think, I don't know, man. I'm gonna say no. And I like Russ. Like, I actually think he's quite intelligent. Like, a lot of people say he makes the same music. Maybe intelligent isn't the right word, but he does make good music. I think a lot of people say it sounds the same, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The way I look at Russ is the same way I think I look at an OT Genesis. He's always got one with him. He's always got something in the chamber that's gonna do numbers. So he's a talented artist. I just don't know how he's got himself in that position.
Yeah. So just to give it a bit of context, Russ Millions, because there's two types of Russ. Because he actually his name. So then now his name is Russ.
He did.
And pretty much he went on ZZ Mills to go and talk about his situation, his career, current moment. And he spoke about the fact that he signed the contract. He was going to sign a contract for 60K. And what he did, he spoke to the label, which is Press Play Media, sorry. And this is his story. He said that basically he spoke to them. He said, all right, sign me for 30, give me 30, and then give my boy 30.
Yeah.
And then I'll sign the papers right away. So then that's what he did. He signed the papers. He's now on the label, Press Play Media, so on and so forth. So according to him, he says he found out months.
It was recently.
Like recently,
he found out about 8 months ago.
Yeah, months ago, and he said that he found out that he signed 24 albums.
Sickening, man.
Which is,
I'd feel sick. Crazy. I'd want it. 24 albums. See, I don't even know what Press Play were thinking, because that's not even real. Like, in the history of contract, that's never been.
According to Press Play, that's not the situation. According to them, but it's not the situation. I briefly read it, but I didn't read everything. But basically, he said that no, that's not the case. We did sign him, but we didn't sign him for freaking 24 albums.
It must be 24 songs. It cannot be 24 albums.
Because that's cool, man. And even then, like, it's just, look at the artist you're trying to you're trying to get to do 24 albums. Like it's at the end of the day, it's still Russ. Like he's not capable of that. So that was just, oh gosh, that was an insane situation.
What artists do we know that have put out that many albums?
Yeah, like what a ridiculous request.
Like, do we know any? Griselda.
Not
Griselda. It sounded like a Griselda.
As a collective, they probably have put out 24
yeah,
albums.
Easy.
But even still, like again, that's a collective. Like it's not something that's the norm to ask of someone. You know what I mean? And do you know what? The amount of money that you've asked him for doesn't correlate to the amount of albums you're trying to get from him. If you told me 30 million for 24 albums, all right, we're talking. You know, that's real life changing money. But yeah, I just can't believe a contract like that was floated about. But I mean, if you watch the interview, it gives some context. So just to be clear, he's not in that deal now anyway, to the point that he said, if I was still in that deal, songs like Keisha and Becky couldn't have been made. And that's obviously probably his biggest song, the song that, you know, I'd say changed his life. But he went through a tough time with his sister, like his sister died. So I think certain decisions were made at that time because I don't think he didn't have the clarity to think that through. Obviously, if you just lost someone that's close to you and you're thinking, I'm trying to get out of this situation or the predicament that I'm in, I'm just going to sign the 30K. My man got to sign the contract and bought a car the next day.
Right.
Just
as soon as the money dropped, yeah.
Yeah, but that must have been
I don't think he signed for 24 albums. I think he's probably signed for three albums, and I think that's what probably they've done. Because when you're the hottest guy out, you're the hottest young guy out. You wanna keep them for a bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because we were speaking with it, and the mom made something interesting. They reckon it was just such a crazy.
Is it me or you guys are having trouble with your Wi-Fi?
No,
I'm good.
No problems on our side.
Oh my gosh, I don't know. But yeah, so pretty much, I just feel like I don't think it's for like 24 albums, but there have been artists out there who have signed for like 10 albums. They've seen the contract, they've signed for 10 albums right away, and it's a 360 deal, which means they have to do their albums, their tour, merch,
all through them,
stuff like that. Everything has to go through them, which means they take a percentage out. So
if you're on a 360 deal, how do you make any money? Is it the money
you do make money? You're still making money. You're just not making all of it. So just a percentage of it just goes to the label. Depends obviously on the artist, but a large percentage goes to the. Whereas if it's like tour income or merchandise income, the splits are they favor the artist more. Hence why they put a lot of emphasis on that. But yeah, you still can make money from a 360 deal. People have a misconception of it, I suppose, because obviously it sounds crazy what the label taking money for everything you do, but not many artists actually have the luxury of being, you know, a Drake or a Taylor Swift who have like a licensing deal where they own their masters. But well, I say Taylor Swift, but that's another story for another day.
Yeah, that's a sticky one.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? There's certain artists elevate to that level. I mean, Hova only did it how many years ago? So it's not as clear cut as people think.
No, I hear that. Well, yeah, no, it was just an interesting situation, and you know, Amar said a good point, and he reckons obviously the deal was so mad because, and that like Russ could, you know, go really quiet for a few months, and then obviously have a hit like Body, which charts and does numbers and is everywhere, but they just want to be involved in his career at every point. So with that contract, that sort of contract, they'd be able to do that. But yeah, it was interesting. Did anyone see? Did everyone see?
The current UK scene is that people are separating themselves because of ops and because of this and because of that. And in most cases, yes, you have to separate yourself because you don't want to get yourself in a situation where you have to involve the streets, the roads onto music in a way. But I think like, you know, as Pusha T said, listen, he handles people just like however, basically. If it's just music, then it's just music. The moment you start including road, it might just be a completely different story. And
Mm.
I mean, that's what Russ has done. He's just involved himself in so much shenanigans, and then
Yeah, that
now
was his biggest
the
issue.
industry itself can't function the way it wants to. Like, you know, having these
I think Eman's connection is gone. Hello? Yeah, I think his connection's gone.
Yeah, but what would you? I mean, I guess to me it's interesting mostly because I feel like what Amar said and the fact they want him at every corner of his career, and then that's also like Eman before he got disconnected was making a good point in the sense that like certain people they get they get everything confused a bit, and they try to. There's too many cooks in the kitchen, and you're making it about road. Thing is that if you sign to something like Press Play, that's obviously not the like fair play to them. They're a good YouTube channel, but it's not a label. Like you're signing to an infrastructure which I just don't think has the necessary resources to make your career go to that next level. And then obviously the deal that they're going to present you is just not going to be one that's which is kosher, and that's how you get yourself in these situations, really.
Yeah, and it's just about your team, making sure you have the right people who can actually deal with that stuff and have their expertise. Because you could easily sign a deal, you have no idea what it consists of. So that's probably the biggest thing he's made a mistake on.
That's what shocked me the most, really. The fact that he signed to Press Play. Because when that was watched, I mean, obviously the amount as well, but I was like, Press Play Media, like that's a YouTube channel. I didn't even know that was an option of someone you could sign to. Man, I didn't even get finessed by like Warner or something. You got finessed by Press Play. That also shocked me. Sometimes the proof is in the pudding,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, hopefully he gets himself like a nice deal somewhere else, like a single deal. Might suit his music more so.
Oh, 100%.
Just how the nature of his songs. But yeah,
agreed.
he's talented enough and he's popular enough to get something from one of the majors, I believe. Like, it's not my type of music, obviously, but objectively speaking, he can do very well for himself, for sure.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, did you hear the reference track from Tion Wayne?
My man was just like, I
don't know how. It's got to be fake at this point because I don't know how.
It's the cadence. It's the.
Yep.
It's
but how does
that
beat. Help? How does that help him go from that to where he has a pretty good verse? But I just don't see how the two correlate because he's done this before and he showed it before. Like he showed it for the one with Dr. Felly and Stormzy, and even that surprised me when he did it there.
Okay, that depends. People's creative processes vary. Some artists will hear a beat and then they will write the music around the beat, whereas some people will write the beat. No, some people will write the song. Like I heard that Kendrick Lamar wrote DNA, and then he went to the studio to make the beat for DNA around the lyrics. So it varies for people. That's mind blowing when you think about it.
Yeah,
when you think about what he's saying on that track, it's crazy.
That second one sounds impossible. Like, how can you just what you want to get off, and then you go to the studio and you actually get it off? Like, that's impossible. I couldn't imagine any rapper making a song without hearing the beat first.
But listen to it again. Listen to it again. You hear the second half of the song. There's a bit towards the end where it's a bit awkward and it sounds like he's almost going quicker than the beat. When you listen to it again, you'll see what I mean. But when I read that, I said, wow, okay.
Nah, he's an alien though. So no,
it's not impossible.
It's not impossible.
Quite literally, but I mean, if you listen to music on a daily basis, like for example, me, I play drums. Like there's a simple tempo that you can go to, and then you can just make a song. People will just like even that viral situation where they'd be doing eggs, bacon, sausage. Everyone keep it going, eggs, bacon, like that's anybody could just rhyme off of anything. So then you could hear, you know when you don't fully close the tap, and it's just there, like the drip, drop, and then you just make a beat out of that. You make anything out of it, or you can even make a cadence towards that.
I'm hearing that. Yeah, that makes sense. But what I'm saying is the fact that he had no beat. Like he was just writing. He said what he wanted to say, and then he went and got the beat afterwards. That to me is insane. That's really impressive.
I think with him though, his delivery and his bars kind of lend to where. No, I'm not saying that he's not creative, but they're kind of interchangeable. So you could take his verse from I don't know, maybe pitch up a bit, maybe slow it down, but to fit the same beat as what was the name of the song that came out? The new one, the one with Russ. With Body.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with in his case, I can see it because it's like like I see how you can easily like create a song around it, but you know, it is pretty impressive nonetheless. I'm not taking anything away from him. That is pretty crazy. But yeah, shouts out to Tion, man.
That's a fact. Yeah, no, Tion's good people. Russ, we support you. Hopefully, no more silly deals going forward. Next topic is we'll be discussing Prince Phillip and DMX. Obviously, both passed away on the same day, which is crazy. Yeah, two very different people. Obviously, feel how you feel about either one of them. People were getting their jokes off on the TL. But obviously, massive RIP. You have to say rest in peace to both. But it's interesting. Obviously, losing DMX, we spoke about it last week. We gave him his flowers, and you know, we spoke on how important he is for the genre. I believe the only artist to have two #1 albums in the same year, or one of two, and the only other person to do it was Tupac. So he's in great company there. And it's just the stories that you hear, man. Like obviously, DMX just seems like he was such a great guy. Like one of those people, those rare gems in the industry that if you got to meet him, he was as sweet as you would imagine. Like,
So for you to turn around and say that he's a sweet, even his music,
there was some real heart.
To say he's
there was some real heart. There's some real heart, like things you didn't even know. Like, and he's just a real guy. Like the amount of stories that people had, just him being nice, and it doesn't even make sense that they'll be in the middle of nowhere and DMX will just be nice to them. Like that's a good brother, clean-hearted as well. And then obviously Prince Phillip died as well. And yeah, and important to a lot of people. But no matter how we feel about it or how he was important to a lot of people. And it's just interesting to see how invested you can become in the life of someone you never met. That's what I found the most interesting thing. Because I look at Prince Philip as just being so far away because obviously he's a member of the royal family.
Yeah, no, I agree. With him, it's one of those things, isn't it? Rest in peace. I'm not gonna say too much. I don't really have any. I'll be honest with you. I'm one of those people. I don't really have an opinion on the royals like that. Like I don't hate them. I don't love them. I don't invest my time and emotion to him. I see obviously how the country has reacted to his death, and it's understandable because he's like a part of the monarchy. So fair enough. But yeah, more of my energy has gone towards X this week. Obviously, I spoke my piece last week, but again, rest in peace to DMX, man.
I think that's what that's how most people that look like us and talk like us will feel. I just wanted to get people's opinion on it or you guys' opinion on it, because it is such differing people. You even look at it like, obviously, Carl, I saw you saw it as well. Lewis Hamilton's obviously opted to say RIPX. When you go in the comments, it's disgusting. But I would expect Lewis Hamilton to probably say RIP to X before he says RIP to Prince Philip.
The English public don't like Lewis Hamilton. They don't. They don't. And it's funny because of how much of it. It's funny because when you really look at what he's done in his field, he's like borderline the GOAT. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
So
he's bringing them trophies home. They just hate him.
I ask people and they'll be like, "Oh, it's because he didn't live in a country to pay and he didn't pay tax here." Bitch, if you had the money to live somewhere else,
we're not doing that, man. Do you know how many people don't pay tax here?
Come on, man.
Fam, you'll feel sick if you found out.
Who cares? Like he banks through Switzerland. Who cares, bro? At the end of the day, he's flipping. He's a GOAT, bro. He's a GOAT. Like he's up there with Michael Schumacher, and that's, you know, for people who know about Formula One, that's like being up with like Jordan and them. So, you know, it's a madness. He's got the most amount of titles, or is he on level with Schumacher? He's level now. So if he wins this year, he will become the undisputed best driver in F1 history. So
he's trying to go for that belt.
Yeah, man, 100%. But no, it is interesting, as you were saying, Demi, there's the disparity of how people have dealt with both the deaths. But yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, no, it is. Obviously, RIP, condolences to everyone involved, like who's been hurt by it. Obviously, there's people who, you know, I didn't even know like people bang for the Royals like that, but there's people that this has really touched. And then there's people like us who are more affected by X's passing.
Yeah,
for sure. Eman, what are you thinking?
Well, I don't know how everybody else feels, but you know, it's kind of sad on both parts. That's all I can say. Yeah,
it's one of those. But okay, I guess that was a nice quick topic. I just wanted to see how people felt on that situation. Obviously, RIP to both Prince Philip and DMX. So, third topic for today is moving out. So everyone in this chat has moved out, which makes for a great conversation. So first of all, I want to know, what's the one thing you miss about not being at home, and what's the one thing you have relished or you've really been happy about since you moved out?
Eman, I'll let you start this one.
Demi, I'll let you start with this one.
Yo, the one thing I missed is the cooking. I came home for the day 2 weeks ago. I was like, you know what? I haven't had jollof rice since my birthday. But this is sad. This is the ghetto. Listen, I went back for seconds. I ain't even be playing games like that. I don't normally do that, but I said I'm gonna cherish this moment because I don't know when I'm gonna get jollof rice again. I don't have any plans to come back home till May. So yo, it's it's dark when it comes to the food, but
you must be alright though where you are. You might have a couple places where they'll probably make it.
They might,
if you go Oak Kent Road or them way, you can find areas who have it.
So you're not really looking for it, are you? You're just
maybe, but I can't be asked to cook it. I'd rather cook it if I was going to do anything. And Oak Kent Road ain't as around the corner as you think it is.
Fair enough.
That's so it's one of them ones. I'm missing the good home cooking, and nothing's better than mum's cooking. So you can go far and wide. But if that's the food you want, that's the food you want.
What are you enjoying? What have you enjoyed from like leaving home? What's the best thing?
Just the independence, innit? Like, just that you're just alone. If that makes sense. Not that you're alone, but it's just there's the little nagging that can happen. Can you do this? Can you help with this? It's all on you. Like you're living more or less for yourself at this point, and that is that's something I've really enjoyed.
I heard that. The thing I miss, I can't think of anything other than food as well. I've been obviously trying to teach myself certain things, so I am slowly being able to cook more Nigerian dishes, which is nice.
You need to keep us up to date with that.
Yeah, but I need to attempt jollof rice again because I tried and it was a L, man.
Was it a mess?
It was a thing. Is the everything was good except for the rice, the type of rice. Threw it off. It just didn't absorb the stew properly. But I know how to make. Go on.
My man just had tomato soup with rice.
Man had paella, fam. I don't even know what paella is, but it sounds like that's why.
Oh.
But no, but making the stew base is easy now. That's one of those things I know now, which is good.
No, but if you can have stew, stew's a win, to be fair. I would love to even just have stew, because one of my favourite meals is just bread and stew. And that's, you can never go wrong.
Stew's a W, because you can
That's a
freeze it
fact.
as well. You can put it in the
There you go.
bulk. But yeah, what I enjoy is just that feeling. Like, remember when we were in uni, where it's just like, I'm woken up now. I can kind of, again, similar to things that we were saying, I can do what I want, but also just like, if I'm in a Zoom call, you're not gonna hear like screaming and commotion. Do you know what I'm saying? I actually get peace to some degree, so that's one thing.
Just them in the background screaming, "Damn, can you move this up?" Why? Come on, man.
I'm talking to my boss's boss, and you're making a hell of noise in the background.
Just going crazy in the background. Come off it.
Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely just that peace of mind is definitely one of the best things about it as well.
100%, man.
Eman, what are you saying? I know you'd be enjoying as well.
What have I been enjoying?
You're enjoying the freedom of it, are you not?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Because the thing is, I can cook. So like anything my mom can cook, I can cook. I mean, it's space. That's what it is. It's just the space.
It's that space. You can't put a price on that, man. Honestly.
Nah,
but there must be also that element, Eman, where you could like look at a room, like your front room, for example, which I've been in. You could just go in there and be like, I'm not even feeling the setup right now. Let me move this couch here. Let me bring the TV across here.
Yeah, the feng shui can be switched up.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas like, if you do that, you're in trouble, bro. You're touching stuff that doesn't belong to you.
I wouldn't even think about it. That's World War III. My just said, I think this would actually be better here. Like, nah, I'm not even trying to have that argument. That's long.
Like, it's just the comfort of just silence.
The
comfort of silence, man. Because I haven't got anybody to just walk in the room. Like my dad, he has this habit of walking in my room, then opening the door and then leaving it. Leaving
the door open.
What are you doing? Can you just close the door? Yeah, man. Like, and even like small things, like probably like just buying what I want sometimes. Just eating. Of course, I'm like, in terms of my budgets and in terms of what I eat on a regular basis, I don't eat too much rubbish. So cooking whatever I like. Yeah, man, it's calm.
Sometimes it's even just the nice
TV. Like certain things on TV, parents are not allowing it, because I come from a very Christian background. So it's just certain things on TV cannot run. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, I know on the 16th, Van Helsing is coming back. It's going to be a season 5. So imagine watching Van Helsing.
I'll be watching that at Mum's yard.
I cannot be watching it at all. So simple things like that is just amazing. But I'm almost finished, actually, to be honest. I'm almost finished the yard, so yeah. But like waking up, walking around, sitting down. But I have so many chairs in my yard. It's annoying. And the worst thing about it is that I have my bed, and then I go into the lounge. I have the sofa, and then I also have the dining table with chairs. So I could sit anywhere. And then I have the big office chair right in my yard as well. So it's like I couldn't go anywhere in my yard and just be calm. So it's absolutely amazing. It's real nice.
Love it, man.
That's it, man. It's just that independence, that being able to do what you want. You just can't put a price on it. For me as well, even I guess for me living in the city, obviously I haven't been able to take advantage of it that much. We outside in the next few days, so that will change. But just couldn't imagine like still trying to do up last train. For me, that's one thing I'll never miss.
Yeah.
For me, that's not even the case no more, because I could take any train.
Yeah,
you got a couple options
there
from
is a train.
Yeah. You got a few options now.
That's beautiful. Last Train used to be the death of me. It's just nah, man. Couldn't be putting up with that anymore.
Back in that
Are
Uber
your
home
trains
from Canning
running
Town.
after midnight?
Well, it's easier when you're already in London. So I know what you mean. So obviously, I don't think the night tube has returned, but I've got on there pretty late and it's not been an issue. But if you're just coming from like London to London, or even just, you'll be surprised how cheap it is to go from certain areas in London already in an Uber. Like you can go quite far for a reasonable price.
Mm.
Obviously, I'm not saying go from like southwest to east, but like you'll be fine. In fact, saying that, I don't know what happened over bank holiday, but I think Uber slashed their prices by 30%, and I was Uber everywhere that whole
Uber
weekend, man.
everywhere.
Yeah. Listen, it was crazy. I went from Jack's house in East London to back to mine. I think it was £10. I said, "Yo, this is the future. This is the prices I need." But yeah, Dan, that was good times. But it is just that independence, man. When you're on your ones,
Yeah,
you just
absolutely.
you can't get that anywhere else.
That's a fact.
Mm.
That's a fact, man.
All
Big
right,
facts.
so
Big facts.
final topic for today. I can't remember where it is. Can someone remind me?
Falcon and Winter Soldier, no?
Ah,
No,
yes.
I haven't seen episode. I've not seen episode, so
Okay.
I've not. Yeah.
Which
No
aspect?
spoil-
If the series is trash, I really don't. Like, I have not seen this episode.
Have you not seen anything of it?
I've seen it. I've only seen up to episode 3. Yeah, episode 3. So this is
Okay.
episode 4, right? Correct.
Correct.
one
Yeah,
episode
so you just
behind.
need to see.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah,
and it's a really good episode. You're in for a treat.
Someone gets put in the pack. That's what I'm gonna say.
And the splifferoonie. Yeah. It's mad.
Got man thinking like he was a Republican all of a sudden.
Honestly, Eman is such a good
man,
show.
I'm talking, but my earbuds are out, so I can't hear what you're saying right now. Yeah,
Man said, "Make
you're
America
just
great."
gonna
Man
spoil
said,
it.
"Make America great again." Get them MAGA hats on.
For real.
Oh,
This new cat just be tossing that shield.
Come on,
like he's packed.
If you've seen it, if you're up to where you are, you know this. The new cap is just throwing that shield with no guidance.
Man said no guidance.
It's just I see how you did, homeboy.
Please take it easy on me. We'll talk about it next week, but it's actually a good episode.
Yeah. Next week.
You'll find it.
Well, either way, let's just give the show its flowers. It's a good show, and I'm really enjoying it at the moment. A lot of the ideas that they're working with, I've really enjoyed. I personally don't hate this new Captain America like a lot of people do. I think he's an interesting take on what it would be like. I don't know why there's no spoiling it. If he said he's seen the first 3 episodes, this is just casual conversation about the show.
He's not spoiling.
Yeah, this new Cap, I like him, man. He's doing his thing, and I think a lot of his ideas are justified. He's trying to play in a world where he's just not levels. This is a League One player trying to play with the boys in the Premier League.
I hear it, man. Like, I won't say too much either, but the last episode was good. I felt like it was okay. There's certain aspects I'm not 100% feeling, but overall it is good. And I think this last episode definitely steered it back in the direction I wanted it to go. So
this last episode elevated it. And you know what I'm really enjoying? How like unapologetically black Anthony Mackie has gone with the role, you know? It's just the little nuances and the things that he be saying. It's like, yo, that's my guy.
Hey, shout outs to Zemo though. I'm getting it in.
Getting busy.
Zemo getting in the club.
Yo, for real. That's gonna be me when we're back outside.
What in June, yeah? Even like Zemo.
He was getting it. But no, it's a good show. If you haven't watched it already, please do. It's entertaining. Obviously, Marvel's put out 2 shows now. Where would we say? What's the better one? What have you enjoyed more?
I'm still I'm
I would
still
say
gonna say One
Division.
Division.
Oh no.
I'm still gonna say One Division. Because they pushed. Okay, they didn't go all the way there, but they
What's
pushed.
what's this in my hand?
Man said it's a cap, you know. Nah, it's
Nothing
better.
but
It's a better show purely because it tried to change the status quo and it pushed boundaries as far as what we've seen from the MCU so far. Okay, they didn't stick the landing, but Falcon and Winter Soldier is typically
it is more by the formula.
what we know. Yeah, they're talking about social commentary to some degree, but I feel like One Division was a bit more of a breath of fresh air. However, this recent episode, you know, so we'll see.
Yeah,
It can change. It can change. It can change.
Well, Falcon, they've got 2 more episodes, and they're saying there's going to be they shouldn't do this. This annoys me. It's not really a spoiler. Like this has been known. They're saying there'll be a big special guest in episode 5, but they keep doing this to themselves because now what? It's got to be Wolverine. Well, fucking hell, they just keep doing this to themselves. Obviously, it's not going to be Wolverine, but I don't know why. Because all you're going to do is get people amped, and then if it's someone that's not worth our time, what we're gonna, it's just going to be annoying.
Yeah, I learned my lesson with One Division. I've stayed off the internet and I've just kind of taken the show as is what it is. So anything that comes up will be a surprise to me, personally.
Hear that. All right. So music for this week. What are you man saying? I'll kick things off while you guys have a think. This song took me by surprise, man. Honestly, I didn't expect to like it. Part of me didn't want to like it, but I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. Was Nelson, big up yourself. My man was a Love Islander. His latest song with Young Bane, Nice to Meet Ya. It's a banger. He's done it.
That's a Christian Dior.
Christian Dior. Jesus. It's a good song. It's a good song.
I don't know how I feel about it, but I hear it in a way. Like he doesn't make bad music, and I think it works for the demographic he's going for.
He's trying to, yeah. No. I mean,
like
it's interesting because I did not care for the one with Hardy Caprio. I thought I wouldn't be surprised if we find out he doesn't write his own stuff. But I was like, this one worked for me, and I think that beat, that instrumental, is really what does a lot of legwork. Because I was actually going to ask you guys this. So I guess we could say it's another topic, but do you think, how much of hip hop do you think is actually the beat, or even just music in general? Because I was saying, I think there's certain songs that if they didn't have the dope beat that they have, would the song be as good?
As time has progressed, it has definitely become more about the beat for sure. Because you don't think so?
No.
Why not?
Best example in the world, Lloyd Banks. Lloyd Banks rapped on the beat, and that song was like, it's cool. It went to his own core following, and then that's it. A couple of years later, Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah, that's actually a really good example of it. But then that doesn't. I don't think that's no. But then my thing to that is, did Lloyd Banks just not do a good enough job on it? But okay, yes, because Bobby's come on and he's elevated the song, and they've both done the same thing with the same beat. So ergo, my argument would be, if my argument is that it's the beat, both songs should have banged, but that wasn't necessarily the case. But that doesn't happen as much as I think a dope beat elevating a song. Like, if I just took down the words and think of songs we've really enjoyed, if they didn't have a great beat or production behind them, would we enjoy them as much? I'd even argue it's near on 70-30. You even see some of the reactions when rappers hear a beat for the first time. I mean, Jay-Z's infamous for it, hearing a beat for the first time and being like, yo, what is that? Like, I need to rap over it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the bars that got me there. It was the beat.
No, because that was the same time Timbaland was playing The Potion, Ludacris, and then he played the Dirt Off His Shoulder, the instrumental. Yeah. So then Jay-Z had a reaction to Dirt Off His Shoulder, but he didn't have any sort of reaction to The Potion. Whereas if you go and listen to The Potion for Ludacris bodied that song. it's really like the artist actually makes the song because there are so many beats that anybody can pick. I would say if the song Tommy Shelby was given to somebody else, I don't think anybody would listen to that song or give it 2 pence. Whereas Ambush, he's taken that song and elevated it into another level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I do hear that. It was that your rebuttal was good. To be fair, I didn't think of that argument, especially.
You could even talk about like what's this? There is I don't know if it's Foreplay or J5, but they're in the same camp anyway. So basically, you take those beats, you give to somebody else. They might just be talking rubbish. And,
yeah, I hear that.
Or it just might be instrumental on YouTube.
Yeah,
but
even those beats are so fire.
For some reason, they take that song into another level. Even though it's like some of the artists, they don't really perform, they don't really give the greatest performance on that track. But as a collective, they do such a good job. Options, that song, for some reason, for months, people weren't liking it. Then all of a sudden, like that, everybody loves it. So even what's his name, Dave and Burna Boy, they didn't.
Oh
no, Dave and Burna Boy. Location. Dave was like, this song is whatever. It's not really gonna bang like that. So he didn't even like the song, but everybody else loved the song. Why? Because both of them came on a track and they did what they were supposed to do. So I don't really think it's a completion. It's a completion of body of work.
Yeah.
Artists and also there's an instrumental when it comes collectively together. Because you can give me an awesome instrumental, and I will not do anything to it. But then give it to somebody like D1. D1 might just blow it up, and then he does whatever. And the way, like even his previous album that just came out, his recent release, absolutely brilliant. But if I was to rap on that track, I don't think I'll body it. I know one will give it 2 pence. So.
No, that's a fair point.
It depends.
That's a fair point. Yeah. All right. Well, on that note, boys, give your options for this week.
Mine is Dave Mercury. We put out a song yesterday.
So what happened with that? I didn't even notice. So Dave released how many songs?
2 songs yesterday.
So Titanium and
one is Titanium and one is Mercury.
Okay, I need to check that out. That completely wasn't on my radar, and you know how much I like him. So I was on YouTube. I was like, "What?" I thought it was fake.
No, I released it last night, so it was kind of one of those ones. Just kind of came out of nowhere. But also, yeah, Mercury he's. You listen to it and you see what I mean. Cool. Even some of the bars on Titanium are cheeky as hell, man. But Mercury,
all right,
boy. Anyway.
All right, I'll have to give that a listen. He's definitely in album mode, so you know what? I'm always excited to see what he has to say. Also, it's not my choice, but I want to give a shout out to SL and Millions for what they did on Versus. Like, I didn't think that was 2 people who'd come together because, you know, I described Millions for as quite skippy and then SL's for as quite relaxed, but it worked. That's a good song. Eman?
I've listened to this track. It's not going to make the cut, but Ambush, what's this? I'm Just Bait. That track is different. It's completely different. There was another track I was banging as well. I can't remember, but anyway, so the one that's going to make it this week is Birmingham's Finest, which is Millions and Lotto Ash.
Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah.
That's hard body. That's definitely a great track.
I think that's just like outside.
Yeah.
It's got a real summer feel. Yeah. I hear you on that. That is a great song. I didn't even know Millions had that sort of song in the top, but well done to him for that. That song was very, very good. But yeah, I guess those are the options for this week. Yeah. All right. So until next time, when we'll be outside, boys, put your sneakers on. We move.
We move, man. In a bit, lads.
Of course.
In a bit.
Of course.